So altogether, under the new rules, I am going to have weeks, full paid, when our third child is born. And I have absolutely no clue what I'm going to do with that time. Well, hello. Today I wanted to share one of the benefits of living in Denmark. One of those benefits is parental leave, or paternity leave in particular. My wife and I are expecting our third child very shortly, in about a month's time. And it was a shock to me about a month ago when I realised that our paternity rules had changed for the better. We had Tabitha in the UK, in Aberdeen. Roger was born here in Denmark 4 years ago, and then we have a third one on the way in about a month's time. And from all three of them, I've had different amounts of paternity leave. And what I'm going to get on the birth of our third child is relatively shocking. There's a nice little place where you can work out. It's very quiet today though. Monkey bars. You do pull-ups or push-ups, more pull-ups. Can you get all the way across? It's a bit cold. Can you get across? Oh, maybe not. Huh? I think it's a bit too difficult. Plus, it's very, very cold.
Okay. You think I can?
I think you can.
No,
One.
too slippery.
Too slippery.
You think I can?
I think so.
What if I fall?
If you fall, you'll be fine. It's not that far.
I don't want.
No, don't try then. Oh, you scored! It's a strange looking building. Reminds you of Minecraft. So what I was saying was in the UK when my daughter was born, when Tabitha was born, as a father you were entitled to 2 weeks. 2 weeks full pay, which of course is very good. Gives you the time you need, I guess, to help get accustomed to having a new baby around. When we came to Denmark, our son Roger was born, and in that case we were actually given 2 weeks initially, just like in the UK. So when the baby is born you get the first 2 weeks. However, after that we were given 10 weeks additional full pay, and at that time you could postpone that until the child turned 9. Noisy. So I haven't actually taken any of the paternity leave that I got when Roger was born. So I still have that full 10 weeks. What I found out recently, unbeknown to me, is that a couple of years ago, what are you doing? You're what? Hey! Don't hurt me.
Are you a pirate?
I'm not a pirate, no.
He's not a pirate!
Oh my word. Okay.
Get off my property!
Okay, I'll just go over here then, will I? A couple of years ago they changed the rules in Denmark that once the child is born you get so many weeks off. However, you need to use that within the first year, i.e. before the child turns 1. And I thought it was 9 weeks. But what we also get now, and this is the most interesting and the most fascinating. Oh yeah. What are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with it?
We're going to cut it all up into cannonballs and then we're going to throw it at our enemies.
Okay. Cannonballs, okay. So yeah, now the most interesting part And the most shocking part was that I found out we now get an additional 13 weeks on top of that, fully paid. Now, I think that's something my company has done specifically to bring fathers or co-parents up to the same number of full paid weeks as the mother. So altogether, under the new rules, I'm going to have 24 weeks full paid when our third child is born. To break it down, 2 weeks initially when the child is born, 9 weeks that you must take before the child turns 1. Then the additional 13 weeks is what they call transferable. So if your wife was working, you could transfer it to her as well. My wife doesn't work, so I will have to take it. And I believe there's a portion of that also needs to be taken before the child turns 1, and some of it is transferable or postponable. Some of it is postponable. So altogether 24 weeks. And I have absolutely no clue what I'm going to do with that time. You can't complain. It's fantastic to be able to get 24 weeks full pay as a father. I mean, that's unheard of in most parts of the world. Even in the UK, I'm sure you still get 2 weeks off only. I think they were talking about changing it to 4. If you know, maybe you can let me know below in the comments, but I'm pretty sure it's still 2 weeks. So I guess I'm going to be spending a lot of time at home this year. Yeah, a lot of time. I need to think of something to do with that time. I'm sure there are advantages and disadvantages of having so much time off. I mean, for the company, they have now lost an employee for a significant part of the year. You're talking half a year, where they either need to replace you or find somebody else, or just do without you for that time. So for the company, although they're being very generous and giving you all that time for fully paid off, it does cause them a little bit of a problem.
Look!
Muddy.
Yeah.
No, give them a wash when we get home, okay?
Okay.
Yes, I can push you. Let's go. Let's go. Push. 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 Okay, one last push. I can see why it could be very helpful if both parents are working full time. Then of course one can take some time off, and once they've had their time off, the second one can take some time off and they can share that equally. But since my wife doesn't work, since Shushu doesn't work, I guess both of us will be at home the whole time. And of course there's always the argument that it's not particularly good for your career. I think if, whether you are a mother or a father, if you take 24 weeks off out of an entire year, it's somewhat detrimental to your progress. I mean, you're not learning as much, you're not going to be progressing. So maybe you can let me know what you would do with 24 weeks off if you had such time. Maybe I'll just do more of these videos, become a full-time YouTuber. I have a lot of gardening to do, repairs to the house. Yeah, I'm not sure, let me know what you would do.